Hello, in previous lecture we were discussing about eigenvalues and eigenvectors, and we have solved some problem. Now do yourself example number 6, page 252. This is very easy example and you can do. If find any problem, then discuss. Here is one more example. So that the matrices A and A dash have the same eigenvalues. Okay, matrices A and its transpose, that is A dash, have the same eigenvalues. Solution: we have A minus lambda I transpose. This is equal to A dash minus lambda dash I dash, and this is equal to A dash minus lambda I. Now we find the determinant A minus lambda I dash is equal to determinant A dash minus lambda I. Okay, and this is equal to A dash determinant A dash minus determinant lambda I, and this is equal to A minus lambda I. Since determinant A dash is equal to determinant A, it means determinant A minus lambda I is equal to 0 if and only if determinant A dash minus lambda I is equal to 0. Okay, it means lambda is an eigenvalues of A if and only if lambda is an eigenvalue of A dash. Okay, means in this way we have proved that A dash and A have the same eigenvalues. Now next example. These are very simple examples. Do yourself. So that 0 is a characteristic root of a matrix if and only if the matrix is singular. Okay, 0 is a characteristic root, means lambda is equal to 0 is a characteristic roots of a matrix if and only if the matrix is singular. Solution: here we have 0 is an eigenvalue of A. Okay, it means lambda is equal to 0 satisfies the characteristic equation determinant A minus lambda I equal to 0, and this implies that determinant A is equal to determinant lambda I, and this is equal to determinant 0 I, and this is equal to 0. It means A is singular. Okay, now we conversely can prove. Conversely, if A is singular, it means determinant A is equal to 0. Okay, A is singular means its value is determinant value is equal to 0. So determinant A is equal to 0, and if so, it means lambda is equal to 0 satisfies the matrix characteristic equation, that is determinant A minus lambda I is equal to 0, and this implies that 0 is an eigenvalue of matrix A. Okay, sometimes it is asked in your exams. Next example, this is also very important. If A is a non-singular, then prove that the eigenvalues of A inverse are the reciprocal of the eigenvalue of A. Okay, if A is non-singular, then you have to prove that eigenvalues of A inverse are the reciprocal of the eigenvalues of A. Proof is very simple. Let lambda be an eigenvalue of matrix A. Okay, and x be a corresponding eigenvector. Then we have Ax equal to lambda x. This implies that x is equal to A inverse lambda x in bracket, and this implies that x is equal to lambda in bracket A inverse x, and this implies that 1 upon lambda into x is equal to A inverse x, and this implies that A inverse x is equal to 1 upon lambda x. And now we compare with Ax is equal to lambda x. We see that 1 upon lambda is an eigenvalue of A inverse, and x is a corresponding eigenvector. Okay, conversely, we suppose that k is an eigenvalue of A inverse, not k but it is lambda. Suppose that lambda is an eigenvalue of A inverse. Okay, since A is non-singular, it means A inverse also is non-singular. That means A inverse is non-singular, and also inverse of A inverse is equal to A, and therefore it follows that 1 upon lambda is an eigenvalue of A, and thus each eigenvalue of A inverse is equal to the reciprocal of some eigenvalues of matrix A, and hence the eigenvalues of A inverse are nothing but the reciprocal of the eigenvalue of A. So you see that the eigenvalues of A and A dash are same, but eigenvalues of A inverse is the reciprocal of the eigenvalue. Now we have one theorem. This theorem is very important, and you know about this. This is your Cayley-Hamilton theorem, very important, and its statement is that every square matrix satisfies its characteristic equation. Every square matrix satisfies its characteristic equation. It means if A be a square matrix, then a की power n minus 1 plus a1 a की power n minus 2 plus a2 a की power n minus 3 and so on plus a n minus 1 I a n minus 1 into a not I but a plus a n into I is equal to 0. So this is your statement, and you have to prove this. Okay, proof is very simple but very important. Since the elements of a minus lambda I are at most of the first degree in lambda, okay, therefore the elements of adjoint of a minus lambda I are ordinary polynomials in lambda of degree n minus 1 or less, means n minus 2 and so on. Therefore adjoint of a minus lambda I may be written as matrix polynomial in lambda, okay, and is given by matrix polynomial in lambda is given by adjoint of a minus lambda I is equal to b0 lambda के power n minus 1 plus b1 into lambda के power n minus 2 and so on plus and last three plus bn minus 2 into lambda plus bn minus 1. Okay, and let it be equation number 1, where b0 b1 up to bn minus 1 are matrices of the type n cross n, means these are square matrices of order n and whose elements are function of aijs. Now we have a minus lambda I multiplied by adjoint of a minus lambda I, and this is your equal to determinant a minus lambda I into determinant I. Since we have a into adjoint of a is equal to determinant a and determinant in, this is his theorem and we have proved this. So we have written a minus lambda I into adjoint of a minus lambda I is equal to determinant a minus lambda I into I, and this implies that a minus lambda I, now we put the value of adjoint of a minus lambda I. So we have a minus lambda I into b0 lambda के power n1 plus b1 lambda के power n minus 2 and so on plus bn minus 2 lambda plus bn minus 1. Okay, and this is your equal to, we put the value of a minus lambda I determinant, this is your equal to minus 1 की power n lambda के power in bracket lambda के power n plus a1 lambda के power n minus 1 and so on plus an and this multiplied by I, and let it be equation number 2. So you can have these values very easily and it is very simple. Now we comparing the coefficients of like power of lambda on both sides. We see that, okay, here you have minus I b 0. This is the coefficient of lambda के power n, and you see on the right and on next side you have minus 1 की power n into I. So minus I b 0 is equal to minus 1 की power n into I. These are the coefficient of lambda के power n. Now we will write coefficients of lambda के power n minus 1 and so on. Now we have a b0 minus I b1, and this is equal to minus 1 की power n into a1 I. Similarly, a b1 minus I b2 is equal to minus 1 की power n a2 I. This is the coefficient of lambda के power n minus 2. And lastly, and so on, we have a b n minus 1, a into b n minus 1 means of power 0 of lambda के power 0. a b n minus 1 is equal to minus 1 की power n a n I. So let it be equation number 3. Now pre-multiplying these successively by a की power n minus 1 and so on up to I. Then we have zero is equal to minus 1 की power n, now multiplied by in bracket a की power n plus a1 a की power n minus 1 plus a2 a की power n minus 2 and so on plus a n I. And thus we see that we may have a की power n plus a1 a की power n minus 1 plus a2 a की power n minus 2 and so on. Lastly you have a n I equal to 0, and let it be equation number 4, and hence the theorem. This is very important theorem. Prepare this for your examination. Next we have note, if A be a non-singular matrix, it means determinant is not equal to 0, and it means determinant A is equal to minus 1 की power n a n, and therefore a n is not equal to 0. Now pre-multiplying fourth by a inverse, we get a के power n minus 1, a की power n minus 1 plus a1 a की power n minus 2 plus a2 a की power n minus 3 and so on plus a n minus 1 I plus a n a inverse equal to 0. And this implies that a inverse is equal to minus 1 के power 1 upon a n and multiplied by a के power n minus 1 plus a1 a के power n minus 2 plus a2 a के power n minus 3 and so on plus a n minus 1 I, and let it be equation number 5. So by the Cayley-Hamilton theorem you can find A inverse of a matrix also. Now we will discuss one example related to this theorem, and this is very simple. Here example is that find the characteristic equation of the matrix A is equal to, in first row it is 2 minus 1 1, in second row it is minus 1 2 minus 1, and in third row it is 1 minus 1 2. Okay, and verify that it is satisfied by A, and hence obtain A inverse. So its proof, its solution is very easy. Here you have characteristic equation, determinant A minus lambda I is equal to 0. So now we consider determinant A minus lambda I, and this is your equal to, we subtract diagonally lambda from the matrix A. We have determinant A minus lambda I equal to 2 minus lambda minus 1 1 in first row. Similarly you have minus 1 2 minus lambda minus 1 in second row, and lastly third row is 1 minus 1 and 2 minus lambda. Okay, now you should solve these equations, this determinant, and after solving you will see that you have determinant A minus lambda I equal to lambda minus lambda cube plus 6 lambda square minus 9 lambda and plus 4. Hence you have the characteristic equation determinant A minus lambda I is equal to 0. This means that lambda cube minus lambda cube plus 6 lambda square minus lambda 9 lambda plus 4 equal to 0. It means lambda cube minus 6 lambda square plus 9 lambda minus 4 is equal to 0, and let it be equation number 1. Thus now we have to prove that every square matrix satisfies its characteristic equation. So we put the value of lambda as A. So we have verified that it is satisfied by A, that means A cube minus 6A square plus 9A minus 4I equal to 0, and let it be equation number 2. Here we have A is equal to 2 minus 1 1 minus 1 2 minus 1, and in third row you have 1 minus 1 2. Now we obtain A square, that is A into A. So A into A. So we will have A square as 6 minus 5 5 in first row, minus 5 6 minus 5 in second row, and similarly you will have third row as 5 minus 5 6, and lastly you can find A cube, that is A square into A. and this is your equal to 22 minus 21 in first row, and second row you have minus 21 minus 21, and in third row you have 21 minus 21, and lastly 22. Now we put these values in equation number 2, then we obtain as finally zero matrix. Okay, that is this is your equal to matrix 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 in third row. Thus we see that characteristic equation is satisfied by the matrix A. Now we have to find the A inverse. So we multiply equation number 2 by A inverse. We get, that is, we will have A square minus 6A plus 9I minus 4A inverse equal to 0. This implies that 4A inverse is equal to A square minus 6A plus 9A. So we put the value of A square minus 6A and plus 9I. Here we have A square as 6 minus 5 5 in first row, minus 5 6 minus 5 in second row, and similarly we have 5 minus 5 5 in third row, minus 6A, that is minus 6 determinant 2 minus 1 1 in second row, minus 1 2 minus 1, and in third row we have 1 minus 1. We have A 6 multiplied by 2 minus 1 1 in first row, minus 1 2 minus 1 in second row, and in third row you have 1 minus 1 2 plus 9 multiplied by identity matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1. This is very simple, and now you will simplify it, and you will see that this 4A inverse is equal to 3 1 minus 1 in first row. Similarly we will have in second row 1 3 1, and similarly we will have third row as minus 1 1 3. So this is the value of 4A inverse. Now A inverse is equal to 1 by 4, 3 1 minus 1 1 3 1 minus 1 1 3. So this is your A inverse, and these are very important questions, and do yourself, and you can solve very easily. You will find no problem in solving this type of questions. Now we are giving you two examples. Do yourself. This is your example number 2. This is given on page number 261, and you have to attempt question number 5, page number 266. Do yourself these problems. Okay, so this is all about of today lectures. One more lecture is remaining for the 4th unit. Okay, so attend the class properly. So keep yourself happy, and thank you.